Welcome everybody. Today's puzzle is taken from the computer game called Avalon. This is a series of 3 CRPG games produced by Spiderweb Software. Roughly speaking, Avalon is an indie RPG game with crudely simple old-school graphics. Its main advantage is the rich and interesting plot. The actual puzzle concerns the name of one of possible achievements the player can get during the gameplay. This particular achievement is called Landed Gentry and can be obtained if the player manages to buy 2 houses. Frankly speaking, these houses are quite expensive and the purchase doesn't make much sense, because it neither changes the chain of events nor gives the characters we play true benefits. Avalon is not a game like Sims, so the only reason to do this is to improve players' self-esteem. The title of the achievement clearly suggests the feeling that buying 2 digital buildings makes us a kind of medieval lord at his cozy and luxurious estate. The puzzle is how to translate Landed Gentry into your mother tongue. The translation must be a brief and catchy label suitable for a name of the achievement. Humor, irony and references to idiomatic expressions will be desirable. Pause the video and try to do it on your own. First of all, we can use simple terms like latifundist. This will bring to our mind a Roman senator who has a nice estate somewhere in Campania in the south of Italy, and thousands of slaves work for him. The estate gives him a glorious opportunity to correspond with the poet Horace, whom the Emperor August granted a smaller estate for his patriotic odes. In the Polish language, there is an excellent idiom for landed gentry, szlachcic na zagrodzie. This is the first part of the proverb, szlachcic na zagrodzie równy wojewodzie. The phrase can be roughly translated into English as a nobleman at his humble country home is equal in status to a duke. It once referred to the fact that in the past all members of Polish nobility had equal legal status. Of course, there was a huge difference between the richest and poorest of them, but according to the law they were all equal, and therefore there were no aristocratic ranks like barons or marquises in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Szlachcic na zagrodzie is similar to English "my home is my castle", but with a specific flavor of something crude and rural, because zagroda in Polish is more like a humble fenced farm than a lavish villa. It is also associated with feeling of anarchy and impunity, because it implies that within the premises of my house all the authorities may simply go fornicate themselves. Another possibility to translate landed gentry is to use the title of the film by Luis Buñuel, whose English translation is the discreet charm of the bourgeoisie. Bourgeoisie is the middle class, often in the negative sense of the newly rich people, materialistic and lacking taste, but it is also the Marxist term for the nasty capitalists exploiting the working class, ostentatiously wealthy and privileged. In Polish, the member of such bourgeoisie is called bourgeois. Bourgeois is a very negative term for the loaded people, or just for everybody who, in our humble opinion, can afford too much to earn their money in an honest way, especially if he or she is our neighbor. We even have the adjective bourgeoiski, which means ostentatiously big or expensive. For instance, top football players' salaries and cars and watches can be easily described with that adjective. As a result, dyskretny urok bourgeoisie should be a good translation of landed gentry as an achievement for buying 2 useless houses instead of the items making finishing the game easier. like a better sword or healing potion. But of course, buying useless houses is what bourgeois like best. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next week.